wider world, if you continue to hold fast to and manifest the values you have learned and have always demonstrated during your stay with us. Hold your heads high and always aim the best, for your destiny is to become positive world changers.
Addressing the first graduating class of the school, Emmanuel Ajim, Chief Justice of the Gambia, took the graduates on a lecture on the challenges that they will face after their time in school. The Chief Justice urged the graduating class to be good ambassadors of CBEC International School.
International schools, but today you have CBEC pursuing a particular vision, a particular concept. So it has not dissipated its resources in setting up smithereens of other institutions. It has continued to develop that original vision, that original concept. We must, in all our undertakings, concentrate on a particular vision in whatever we're doing. And that is why, like somebody said here, this school is excelling.
One of the graduates shared her experience as a student of the CBEC International School.
My experience in the pursuit of education in CBEC has been a very memorable one. Going through the process of being molded into a shape of a world changer is indeed marked by challenges. Challenges that are sometimes daunting for young people of my age. As the exams came closer, and being pioneer students, we had very tedious yet excitingly adventurous moments as we pushed through to make sure that we bring glory to our school, our parents, and most of all ourselves.
It is one of the latest schools in the Gambia's education field, but CBEC International has carved out a new and exciting future for prospective students aiming to attain high-quality education. For GRTS News, I am Fatou Jassi.
You can follow that story and other GRTS programs live on our website at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. We'll be back with more stories after the break.
It's traditional that your national GSM provider, Gamcell, takes many of its valuable customers to Mecca each year. This year again, Gamcell will offer 10 more of its valuable customers a complete Hajj package in a draw to be held live on GRTS television. Yes, your Hajj is possible by simply loading $50 scratch card or Nopal. You can win not only a return ticket to Mecca, but also $1,000 travel allowance, food and accommodation in Medina and Mecca. Remember, the more you load $50 scratch card or Nopal, the more you increase your winning chance. With Gamcell, your Hajj is now easier. Gamcell, yay baron.
Welcome back. The governments of the two Sudans have finally reached an agreement to end hostilities between the two countries. The agreement was signed on the eve of South Sudan's first independence anniversary, and clashes have continued in DR Congo between government troops and rebels of the M23 movement in North Kivu. We have details of those stories and others in this roundup of news.
The governments of Khartoum and Juba reached an agreement on an end to hostilities between the two Sudans. It's been signed on the eve of South Sudan's first Independence Day anniversary. Representatives of the two countries thrashed out the details under the chairmanship of former South African President Thabo Mbeki, who was appointed mediator by the African Union to resolve the conflict. The devil will be in the detail, however. Disagreements over the border and over sharing oil resources have been put aside for the time being. Eastern DR Congo, an uneasy calm following clashes between the government army and rebels of the M23 movement in the Rutshuru territory in North Kivu. At the end of last week, the M23 men took over the border station at Bunagana, adjoining Uganda. According to Kinshasa, an unnamed foreign powers are supporting the rebel movement with arms and manpower. Leaders of the mutineers deny they're getting help from Rwanda. Quantities of weapons displayed by the rebels were abandoned by government forces, they claim. The day for parliamentary elections approaches in Congo-Brazzaville. Opposition leader Matthias Zon has been critical of the election process, but decided to take part. Opponents accuse the government of manipulating the voter rolls. Some 1,200 candidates are standing in the poll next Sunday. President Denis Sassou Nguesso declared disorganization in past elections will not be seen this time. He's expecting his Congolese Labour Party to consolidate its hold on power.
We now take our second break. Sports is next. Welcome back. A 7-day sports administration course and a 4-day sports medicine course organized by the Gambia National Olympic Committee is underway. The capacity enhancement initiative that attracted members of GNOC-affiliated associations and other stakeholders are designed to broaden the participants' knowledge of sports administration and sports medicine. Modu S. Jallo reports.
3 enhancement programs, one for sports administrators and the other for sports medics, are part of a series of training being lined up by the Gambian National Olympic Committee to capacitize members of the affiliated national sports associations. Speaking at the opening ceremonies of both the sports administration course and sports medicine course, being simultaneously held at different venues, the president of the Gambian National Olympic Committee said the capacity enrichment is part of a wider plan by his office to support and ensure that all affiliated national sports associations are equipped with the requisite knowledge in all areas of sports development.
And I know I am talking to very skillful and professional sort of people attending this very important course for the first time. And the reason being that I am so much elated that some of the commissions and committees that we have established, ranging from the Education and Culture Committee, the Women and Sports Committee, the Athletes Committee, also the Marketing, Security, Media, the Medical Committee is taking it upon itself to organize this very important course.
The sports medicine course is the first of its kind, bringing together participants from various sport associations and other key actors such as the Red Cross and the Fire and Rescue Services. Sports medicine is one area that is seriously lacking in Gambian sports. Most often, sports medics looking after the country's athletes lack the required know-how to effectively deal with injuries and other health-related matters affecting athletes. This is why participants are commending the Gambian National Olympic Committee for the timely intervention.
I think this training is going to boost up our knowledge on medicine, and also to make us also to understand some of these conditions that the athletes or the footballers or sports in general, some of these things or difficulties they normally have when they have let's say accidents or other things in the field. So we are going to understand more and then be able to help them also in order not to worsen their situation.
We have to equip our people, especially our physios and other medical paramilitaries within the clubs and other outside, even the athletics. You know, if you see the GNOC is doing this thing, is to equip these people so that, you know, at least we can lessen most of the injuries that we are having today in our country. Because most of the players or most of the athletes are suffering from many kind of problems, especially related to sport injuries, which is not taken care of properly. But in as much as we are doing this kind of courses, you know, it can bring those athletes a little to bring them down, as far as, you know, the sport is concerned in the Gambia here.
Professor Constant Anthony Ruiz, the course director from Ivory Coast, describes sports medicine as a vital component for all types of sports, noting that only fully fit athletes are able to compete and perform to their best. Lack of good sports medics with a proper understanding of sports medicine seriously affect the performance of athletes and their teams, therefore the need for such trainings.
The general program, I have to talk about the history of sport medicine in Africa. I have to talk about the IOC medical code of the Olympic movement. You have to think about the female athlete triad. We have to talk about circadian rhythm and travel. I am a pediatric surgeon. We have to talk children and sport and trauma in gross cartilage. We have to talk also about diet and nutrition in sport. Many kind of aspects with all